Provinces of Mashu, Lumba Bayabaw, municipalities, Lumba Kaunayan, and Tubaran are recommending total failure of elections. The reason for that is that BIs have not yet arrived. This late in the day, BIs have not yet arrived to start the voting. So as a result, they are recommending failure of elections. We will come out with the full details about how many voters will be affected as soon as this recommendation is acted on. It will be acted on today. Another thing that you might have heard, there was an incident in Gimbal where the ballots for Gimbal were inadvertently sent to Samar, and the ballots for Samar were sent to Gimbal in Iloilo. So basically there was a switching of the ballots that occurred. It was caught early, and so failure will be declared in those places as well. Okay? Why will there be failure there? Because there will be no ballots that the people can use. Remember, the machines are precinct specific, and they are also keyed in specifically to the ballots. So both the ballots and the machines must agree that they belong to that same precinct. In this case, you have the correct precinct, you have the correct machine for that precinct, but you have the wrong ballots. So special elections will be scheduled for those areas. In Lanao del Sur, Maragong, Bayang, and Sultan Dumalundong, there are individual precincts that are right now recommending failure of elections. We don't have enough information about that yet, but we wanted to let you know that there is that possibility of failure of elections in certain precincts being declared in those areas of Lanao del Sur. I repeat, Maragong, Bayang, Sultan Dumalundong.
Ilang municipalities, sir?
We don't have the complete number of municipalities yet. Bayang. Again, we don't have the full reasons for that yet. There are still just initial reports. In Basilan, in Albarca, failure of elections there as well. The reason is open hostilities. There are, if we were being dramatic about it, there is war there. In Sumisip, finally in Sumisip, there was an incident today where the polling place was harassed by unidentified elements, but fortunately, this was suppressed by the Marines. Unfortunately, I believe one of the Marines took casualty. So they have one casualty. I hope it has not yet turned into a fatality. I hope it does not become a fatality. So this is the state of play as it is right now. Again, you have some areas in Mindanao recommending total failure of elections for failure of BIs to show up. You have some areas also being affected by open hostilities between government forces and other armed groups. And finally, in Sumisip, there was an incident of harassment by unidentified elements, which was eventually suppressed by the Marines at some cost. And then finally, in Gimbal and Samar, there's that issue about the delivery of the ballots. However, that particular situation is well in hand. We have already set the solution for that. It's really just a matter of setting the date for special elections in that area. Again, later on we will have another briefing where we will have complete details as to the number of voters involved in those areas. Remember, these are still just recommendations. They will be studied by the bank. They will be studied in the context of military and police reports. So we will find out if the declaration will affect entire provinces or entire municipalities or just some precincts. That's why I cannot give you the number of precincts or voters affected at this time.